Hello, everybody. My name is Rudolpho, the town crier. I'm a retired stand-up comedian. I ran into a young man at the store the other day. He was looking at me funny. Suddenly he approached me and says, "Hey, Rudolpho, what exactly do you mean when you say you wished you were Eddie Murphy, Jim Carrey, and Dave Chappelle combined? I can understand Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle because they are stand-up comics," he says. "But why Jim Carrey?" Apparently, this smart aleck must have been watching too many Dumb and Dumber movies, because he did not know that before The Mask there was Jim Carrey, the stand-up comedian. I love good food, but these days it can be too complicated and pretentious. Today, someone offered me a knish. I wasn't sure what that was, so I just gave them a blank stare in return. I wasn't sure if it was something I could eat, something I could discuss philosophically, or something I should report them to Human Resources for. It turns out it was a potato pastry thing. My response was, "Oh, a potato pancake." Apparently, the blank stare works both ways. I even tried to get into the pretentious food movement when they opened a new place about 2 blocks down the street. The sign outside said that their food provided their customers with a sense of organic solitude. For those who need translation, organic solitude usually means, come into our shop that smells like incense, where there are only 3 tables, and for $18 we'll serve you a burned and bland-tasting tiny cookie and 3 ounces of bitter tea, and while you eat you can look at an unrecognizable art blob that is really something we found on the tracks outside a train station. Having learned those translation skills here the hard way, I declined to enter this place of solitude and reflection, and instead opted for the caramel and praline latte at the local donut and coffee shop for $2.99. It was awesome. Until next time. Hello, everybody. My name is Rudolpho, the town crier. I'm a retired stand-up comedian, and I was bored out of my mind after my retirement, and the wife practically kicked me out of the house because having me around all the time might lead her to an early grave. I got snared by the Girl Scouts today on my way home, and bought a bunch of cookies. I think there's an evil plot involved with Girl Scout cookies. There's one kind that's peanut butter covered in chocolate. It comes in a tray which forces you to eat the entire tray when they're opened. On the other hand, there's a second kind of peanut butter cookie, where the cookies come packed in 2 sleeves so you can open one sleeve and eat the entire thing. Then you put the second sleeve in the box to stay fresh so you can pretend that you'll eat those tomorrow. But then 15 minutes later, you eat the whole second sleeve. That's a James Bond-style plot there. But before I get to enjoy the cookies, I'd better think about dinner first. My neighbor offered me some Italian food earlier, and told me today that they make a mean lasagna. I had to pass, because at my age I have enough digestive problems without adding anger to the equation. Thank you. Guys, you have been awesome. I love you. Hello, everybody. My name is Rudolpho, the town crier. I'm a retired stand-up comedian. You know, there are some really unusual characters in the world these days. A Florida man's strange fascination with feet recently got him into trouble. He was arrested for the second time for stealing a local cheerleader's socks. I'd say this probably marks the only time when putting someone in a 12-step program would have made it worse. Recently, an Ohio man with a concealed weapon accidentally shot himself in the leg when he was in the dentist's chair getting his teeth cleaned. I guess now we know what the dentist really means when he says, "You may feel a slight pinch." And you don't just find unusual characters here. A Russian driver recently bought 500,000 baseball bats to settle road disputes. I'm not sure what kind of road disputes require that much vengeance, but on the bright side, anyone who drives enough miles to need 500,000 baseball bats for road disputes must get some really cool perks from AAA. You guys have been awesome. Thank you, and good night. Hello, everybody. My name is Rudolpho, the town crier. I'm a retired stand-up comedian. As I've gotten older, though, I tend to prefer fish over red meat. Not only is it healthier, it also means if I ever become a vampire, I'll probably only prey on defenseless carp. Now, I love food and read a lot of food reviews, but they're usually wordy and filled with a lot of hyperbole. I read one review last week that said the dish rendered him speechless. I'm sorry. If a dish renders you speechless, then you probably haven't ventured far enough out into the culinary world to be writing a review. Unless, of course, you're speechless because you're choking, in which case I hope you write your reviews in a public place near a posted Heimlich maneuver chart. Thank you. Guys, you have been awesome. I love you. Hello, everybody. My name is Rudolpho, the town crier. I'm a retired stand-up comedian.